Picture a place where sunlight feels like a gentle hug. Golden rays filtering through emerald leaves, filling the air with hope. Imagine colours bursting from every corner, petals of every shade, wildflowers dancing in the breeze. This was Eden, a world alive with deep green grass, vibrant flowers, and crystal-clear rivers sparkling in the sun. Every animal lived together in perfect peace, sharing a beautiful home, each one safe and belonging. It was a paradise of wonder and endless possibility, a place where every moment felt like the start of a beautiful story. Into this paradise came Adam, formed from the rich soil, curious and full of life. God gave him the joyful task of naming every animal, elephants, tigers and more. Yet even with all these friends, Adam felt alone. So God created Eve, a perfect companion. Together, Adam and Eve explored, laughed and cared for the garden as a team. Their days were filled with delight, racing up hills, swimming in rivers, tasting new fruits. They knew only innocence and trust, never sadness or fear. In the evenings, God would walk with them, sharing stories and friendship. There were no secrets, only love and open hearts. Their world was simple, beautiful, and full of joy. It was a perfect friendship between them and their Creator. At the heart of the garden stood two extraordinary trees, guardians of its deepest mysteries. One was the tree of life, a symbol of endless vitality. Beside it grew the tree of knowledge of good and evil, alluring and enigmatic, as if it held the secrets of the universe. God gave Adam and Eve one rule. You may eat from every tree, but not from the tree of knowledge. For on the day you eat from it, you will surely die. The forbidden tree glowed with mystery, its fruit shimmering, whispering ancient secrets to those who passed by. Adam and Eve were drawn to it, but trusted God's wisdom, believing his guidance was for their good. The tree stood as a symbol of choice and trust, a living question mark in paradise, holding the promise of wisdom and the weight of consequence. One day, Eve met a serpent near the forbidden tree. The serpent, clever and sly, asked, "Did God really say you must not eat from any tree?" Eve replied, "We can eat from any tree, but not this one, or we'll die." The serpent whispered, "You won't die. Eat it, and you'll be like God, knowing good and evil." The words stirred desire and doubt in Eve's heart. The fruit looked delicious, and the promise of wisdom was tempting. The serpent's words made God's rules seem unfair, planting a seed of mistrust. Eve's curiosity grew, mixed now with longing. The simple peace of Eden began to fade. Eve reached for the fruit, her heart pounding. She took a bite, then shared it with Adam. In that moment, everything changed. The world felt colder, the garden's music distant. The sweetness of the fruit turned bitter with regret. They felt a heavy weight, not the wisdom they'd hoped for. The thrill was gone, replaced by emptiness and shame. They realized they had chosen distrust over love. The perfect harmony with God and creation was broken. A new, harder journey was about to begin. Their eyes were opened, but not to greatness, only to their own nakedness and shame. They hurried to cover themselves with fig leaves, trying to hide from each other and from God. The friendship they'd known was now clouded by fear and regret. When God walked in the garden, they hid, terrified. God called, "Where are you?" Not just their location, but their lost closeness. Adam answered, "I was afraid because I was naked, so I hid." The truth spilled out, broken trust, fear and shame. Their innocence was gone, replaced by painful self-awareness. The garden was no longer a playground, but a place to hide. They had lost something far more precious than they gained. God's heart ached as Adam and Eve realized the weight of their choices. The beauty of the garden faded into sorrow and regret. Their new knowledge brought fear, not wisdom, and innocence was lost. They had to leave Eden, the gates closing behind them. Yet, even as they left, God showed kindness. He made them clothes, a sign of his care. Though they stepped into the unknown, God's love and promise remained. Their journey was just beginning, with hope shining through the loss. The first chapter closed, but the promise of return endured. A hope that brokenness would one day give way to wholeness.